everybody, welcome back to Ways of the Sith. Thank you so much for taking time to check out the channel. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Ways of the Sith. So, I'm sure this is probably some of your first time ever seeing me on camera. Usually I'm on stream with Vern on Saturdays, but I decided to do something different with this intro. I wanted to talk about Ahsoka, and I wanted to talk about the rumors, the leaks, the videos that we saw, the pictures that have come out from the exclusive magazine, and the Star Wars dates. So there's 3 new movies coming. We have dates now attached to those movies, so I wanted to discuss it all. As you can see, I'm currently in the process of packing everything. I'm going to be moving to a new location, so I have to reset everything up. So the channel might be a little slow for the next probably 2-3 weeks, but I promise as soon as I get everything situated, we'll be back up and running, and I got tons and tons of stuff in store. So let's dive in and let's talk about Ahsoka. So we got our look at the Empire magazine cover, and I really love this one. This is, I guess, the subscribers exclusive cover, and not only can you see Thrawn's head and his shadow, you know, casting over Ahsoka, but you can also see the Chimera logo done with her Lykus and down her neck. You can see those spikes coming off of her neck a little bit. That's made to look like the Chimera, which is Thrawn's ship, and his logo that's painted on the bottom of it. So really cool. I want to see if I can either get a copy of this, or if I can maybe just make a print and a poster of this, because this is a perfect shot. A lot was revealed from the pictures, and it seems that a lot of people still keep messing up the timeline. They still think that long-haired Sabine with no armor is her on Lothal after before they went and searched for Ezra, but I think it's the opposite. Based off the shots we saw, we see the actual finale shot of Rebels with Ahsoka coming to get Sabine, and Sabine in her armor, hair cut short, ready to go. And I think that's early on. I think that's them already going to look for Ezra and failing. And now we're either going to see that filled in the show, or we just might jump ahead to see the search didn't go well, and this is where they're at, and this is what Ahsoka's been doing. But I also think we're gonna get some timeline fill in between the end of Rebels and the actual end point of Rebels, I guess you could say, where Ahsoka gets brought back to life. We don't see her from that point on, so it's gonna be interesting to see what she did during that time, what she did during the original trilogy, and then leading into this. And I definitely think we're going to hopefully get to see her meet Luke for the first time. My guess is Anakin is going to be the one that tells her all about Luke and Leia, and hopefully we get to see her meet both of them. That would be really awesome, but at least that first interaction with Luke. And then I think those events from Mandalorian, or her leaving to go get Sabine now, again, and then those are the shots where you see Sabine with the longer hair saying it's been a while. So I think that's what the timeline of this is. I think this show is really going to span from the OT trilogy to show you what Ahsoka's been doing and what these characters were doing during that time, and then it's going to continue into the Mando timeline to show us what's going on. You also see Huyang in these shots, and he looks great, so it looks like he's been with Ahsoka. We don't know for how long, but fans of Clone Wars and fans of Rebels know that R2-D2 also has Huyang's entire backup inside of his system, so really cool. I'm interested to see what they do with him going forward. He possesses knowledge of the entire Jedi Order and every lightsaber that was ever crafted, so it's really awesome. You also get this shot of Hera, her not being with Ahsoka, so I think these shots are on Ahsoka's ship, I'm guessing, and then this is the conference with Mon Mothra where they're all kind of speaking and giving their opinions. Really cool. It looks great. She looks great, Rosario Dawson. I'm really looking forward to this. So one of the things I was really looking forward to speaking about was this brand new Inquisitor that we see. And we see that at least 2 to 3 different locations. So it looks like Ahsoka and this Inquisitor will duel at least a couple times during the season, or at least throughout one episode. But this planet does kind of look like Corvus, the planet she's on when Mando and Grogu come to find her. It also makes sense that Bo-Katan knows where she is, so I'm assuming we're going to see Katie Sackhoff in this season at some point as well. But I'm really interested to find out who this Inquisitor is. A lot of people said eighth brother, but we're missing the webbed hands and feet. A lot of people said Barriss Offee, and that was the rumor going in, was that it was the female stunt coordinator. But as you can see from the next picture I'm about to show, it clearly looks like a man under the suit. I'm not sure. It could be Starkiller, which would be really cool to see Sam pop up in live action. I'm really hoping to see him either get to play Maul or Starkiller at some point. And if you watch my custom videos, you know I already made a custom of Sam and Starkiller as an Inquisitor. So I think that's the perfect way to bring him into live action. But this is going to be really cool. Hopefully we're going to get a figure of this as well. I love the Inquisitors. I've been making customs of pretty much all of them so far. So if we don't get one, I will definitely be making a custom of this for sure. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, who this Inquisitor actually is. So the other popular theory is that this is actually Ezra, which would be kind of shocking to me, and I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't necessarily want to see like Ezra go evil. He is one of my favorite characters. Star Wars Rebels is one of my favorite shows, including live action and animation that they've done so far. So I really have an attachment to these characters. I would prefer to see them do the Grisk and Chiss Ascendancy storyline that's from the latest Timothy Zahn novels, rather than like leaning totally into Heir to the Empire. I'm kind of hoping that like the Heir to the Empire title, supposedly rumored, and the whole premise of it is more like a swerve to get you to the end, to where they're all going to have to work with Thrawn. But I could be wrong. Dave just speaks about his love for that original novel, so I kind of have a feeling that he might really just totally lean into that original novel, especially for his movie slated in 2026. Also, another interesting tidbit of information that came out is that Tim Morrison will be appearing as Captain Rex in live action, and that would explain his comments. That would explain why he didn't show up in season 4 of Mando, was because he was filming Ahsoka at the same time and playing a totally different character. So I am really excited if this is the case. Rex is somebody I've been dying to see in live action. We're going to see that he was involved in the Battle of Endor with Hera and has been working with the Republic since. I don't know what he was doing after that time, so it's going to be interesting. He's also going to be pretty up there in age, so this might be like the last time we get to see Rex, and this might be his last mission. So that would be a powerful way to like kind of send him out, just fulfilling his promise to go find Ezra. So really, really cool. I'm really excited about Rex. And now, like I said, we'll talk about those shots with Sabine. This, to me, looks like the final shot of Rebels. Her hair's the same. Her armor's the same. Only thing that's different is Ahsoka's not in the white. So I'm wondering if that's going to have something to do with the World Between Worlds, that, like, the white version was, for the animated, and because of whatever she does in the World Between Worlds, she's not in the white. Or if just a change for the show that she's not in the white, she's in the gray. But I definitely think this is the first time that she came to get Sabine to go get Ezra. I could be wrong, though, but just based off the trailer and the way it looks, and as you can see from this final shot of Rebels right here, like, it's the same exact look, same exact place right in front of the mural. So it's definitely meant to reflect that. And like I said, I think this is them already going one time. There's a line in the trailer with Hu Yang where he says, why not try again? So I'm guessing this is them going afterwards. And as you can see here, Sabine is holding Ezra's saber. A lot of people were questioning, why does she have a lightsaber? Blah, 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 blah. She's got Ezra's lightsaber. In the finale of Rebels, he leaves it behind with Chopper. Chopper throws it to her as she breaks out the window, and they escape out of the base before they blow it up. So she has Ezra's saber. She is fully trained to use a saber. She was a possessor of the dark saber way before Bo-Katan and Mando. Actually is technically still the rightful possessor of the dark saber, but that's another story. But another interesting thing that was brought up by Star Wars Only on Twitter is that the saber of Shin in this shot of her and Sabine about to face off looks awfully familiar, and it was speculated that this could actually be Kanan Jarrus's lightsaber hilt. So it was given to Governor Price. She took it as a trophy when Kanan sacrificed himself in Star Wars Rebels, and could have given it to Thrawn. I'm not sure if she does give it to Thrawn. I know she presents it in a hologram to Thrawn, that she has it, but it's very likely a possibility that she could have given this saber to Thrawn, and Thrawn could have given this saber to Shin. And that would make this very interesting, especially with Jason Syndulla involved. That would be a cool little way to kind of sway Jason like into this and make it personal for him, seeing that somebody like defiled his father's saber. I really, really am saddened by the loss of Ray Stevenson as well. I'm very much looking forward to his portrayal in this. He's a fantastic actor, and based off some of the conversations and things that were said, I'm really interested on this character. So he is another Order 66 survivor, which I know some people were complaining about, but I think it's great. He went out to the unknown regions when after Order 66 and became a mercenary for hire. And my guess is he's working for the magistrate, Morgan Elsbeth. I don't think he apparently has some sort of past with Thrawn, but I don't necessarily think like he's working directly for Thrawn. I think he's like working for Morgan as a mercenary, him and Shin is his apprentice. So unfortunately, hopefully this is done really good for Ray Stevenson, and there's not like an open end where they have to recast him. That would be really unfortunate, especially if the role is something really good. We also get this look at Hera. I'm guessing as well this is during that conversation with Ahsoka and, telling everybody what's going on. It looks like they're all in different locations, and it was also revealed to us that Hera is now General Syndulla. So you can see the patch on her jacket. She's actually in charge of the squadron that we saw in Mando. So that whole bar, that's all pilots. They're all under Hera's command, which is really, really cool. Mary Elizabeth Winstead looks awesome. So I'm really excited to see what she's going to do with this role. All right, so the big news is we finally have 3 official announced release dates, and we have 3 upcoming Star Wars films that we know are taking place. So the first date is May 22nd, 2026. The second date is December 18th, 2026. And then the last date is December 17th, 2027. So it's going to be a couple years before we get these movies. But I think because of the writer's strike, they wanted to just kind of even out the rest of this year. My guess is they're not anticipating the strike being over until like going into next year. So if they can get in pre-production by next year, get filming, this could very easily be done and wrapped and ready to go, which would be fantastic. So if I had to guess, I think they're going to lead with the Rey movie. And I know that's going to upset a lot of Star Wars fans as well, but I think it's the smartest thing to do, honestly, because it's the freshest thing that's been out. So if people are just casual theater fans, only saw the last movies, aren't watching the Disney Plus shows, Rey is the character to kind of lead with just to get people back in the theater. But it's really going to hinge a lot on how good this story is. I am hopeful that it's going to be good. They know what they're doing as far as the controversy that comes along with Rey and the character. So it's going to be interesting to see the approach they take, and they really have to nail it for this sequel trilogy, and to make this or the after sequel trilogy to really mean something. So that's the movie I'm most skeptical about, but most interested to see as well. Also, there was a rumor going around that for Dave Filoni's movie, Aiden was going to come back to play Han and that they were going to recast Princess Leia. It wasn't confirmed who was going to play Luke. If it's going to be Graham, who is the double, I guess you could say, with Mark Hamill that they de-age with, or if it's going to be Sebastian Stan, who was always Mark Hamill's actual pick to replace him. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm personally a fan of this. I know a lot of people aren't, but I think it's way better than CGIing them, especially if you want to tell stories with these characters continuing going forward. I think this is the best approach and the easiest approach. I would love if Billy Lord got the chance to just continue playing Lega. I think that is your best choice. I hear the nepotism argument all the time, but if you've watched American Horror Story, she is a phenomenal actress. She plays about 25 different characters and roles and personalities in that show, and is phenomenal. So I definitely think she can do it. If you watched the induction she did from her mom, you can see how much she loves Star Wars, like, and honors the legacy of her mom. So I just think that's really the right choice. Despite her being in the sequels, I mean, they could literally go back and just edit her out of them. She's only in them from like a couple little shots, so it's really not a big deal, but it really wouldn't matter. I think it would be something we could all completely overlook. And then also, the other one is the girl from Stranger Things. That's Millie Bobby Brown. She's been the other one that's been like rumored. It was rumored that she was going to play Leia in Andor. That still could be a possibility for all we know. But I guess we'll see what happens. But I am definitely a fan if that's the route they choose to go of using the other actors instead of just doing full CGI. And at the premiere of Indiana Jones, James Mangold had quite a lot to say about his Star Wars film. And in my opinion, I think that's going to be the last film on the slate. I think the Filoni one's going to fall right in the middle. The Rey movie will be first. And then the James Mangold movie will be the 2027 release. He's got to do Swamp Thing first, and he's got another project too on his plate before that. So I think he's going to need the time to film those other projects first before he gets to do Dawn of the Jedi. But to me, this is the project I'm really most intrigued for and like excited about because it's something totally different and something totally new. I never read those comics from Dark Horse about Tales of the Jedi, Dawn of the Jedi era, but I'm really looking forward to learning more about it, and I think this is going to be really cool. He said basically it's like a 10 commandments of the Force, and, the first people learning to harness it, so really, really cool. I'm really excited to see, like, what they end up doing with that film, and I'm excited to see Indiana Jones too. I think it'll be cool. I don't know if I'm going to rush out to the theater, but I will definitely catch it when it goes up on Disney Plus. And last but not least, we got our first look at the new Star Wars Outlaws game and Kay Vess and Nix and her little companion. This looks really cool to me. The gameplay trailer looks great. It's the first open world Star Wars game. I know a lot of people were complaining about like the main character being female and having to only play as a female, but I think you're going to be able to play as Nix too, so I think like that's going to be the trade-off for it not being like a completely customizable character. That would have been really cool. Hopefully maybe outside of the story mode there is an element for that, but either way, I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be awesome to be able to just explore and be an outlaw in Star Wars. I think that's really going to be a lot of fun. And it looks like it's got a GTA meter with like a wanted star system and everything. So that'll be really, really awesome. Well, that'll do it for today. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And hopefully Ahsoka coming very soon, 2 days before my birthday. I cannot wait. I've already taken the day off. I'll be home that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll probably watch it multiple times. I know Left Coast plans on doing some streams on his channel, so make sure to check out his channel, subscribe. Me and Sir Eric Brown and I guess Super Awesome Geek Show John will probably be on discussing on a weekly basis what's going on in Ahsoka, as well as streams with Vern. So thank you so much for taking time to check this out. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, may the Force be with you. This is The Ways.
We would be honored if you would join us.